the reason I like this is that anything we can do to realize how powerful we are, whether it's manifestation of a home, a job, a partner, health, a doctor, whatever it is, or in this case, we are going to manifest light medicine. The more we can practice using our higher self, the better off we'll be now. Now let's say, for instance, this is originally, I found out about this from, if you go to tomkenyon.com, if you want to read the whole thing, it's TOMKENYON, tomkenyon.com, and it's called Medicines of Light. Tom Kenyon is a scientist, and this group of interdimensional beings called the Hathor started talking to him, and of course he thought he was crazy, one of those typical things, you know, because he was such a left-brain guy. Now all of a sudden he's channeling. And they give him a message every once in a while. And last year, after the tsunami and the earthquake in Japan, the Hathors gave this to him. And what they said you could do with it, it's called Medicine of Light. If you go to his website, you click on the Hathors, then you'll see the different things that they give, and then just click on the one that's called Medicine of Light. It's from March of 2011. And what they are saying is that you can use light and your higher self and your heart center to take the energy into this water. And in that case, it was to heal the effects of radiation, because we all got affected by that radiation. So now what happened then, jumping around a little bit, they just mentioned it again. Use the medicine of light, because the solar flares and some of the other things that are happening on the planet that are probably more than likely going to intensify, we can make our own light elixirs for healing. Now let's say there's a bunch of you who raised your hand, you're not sleeping well. So what they recommend is that you do this. It takes minutes before you go to sleep. Drink your water. The water will go in and work with the etheric body. It'll heal and support what it needs to support. Or you can do it if you wake up in the middle of the night and can't sleep. Make an elixir, a medicine of light to help you sleep. You're familiar with Ismaru, his last name is, Dr. Emoto. But he's not a doctor, I don't think. Masaru, yeah, Emoto. I'm not sure he's a doctor, which is why I was going to say Dr. Emoto, but we all know from his amazing work, the photographs that he's taken of water crystals that's frozen, we know that the vibration of a word, when the water's infused with the word and then frozen, you can look at the crystals and they'll hold the vibration of that word. If you haven't seen his work, Google it, it's amazing. But if you've seen that work, and we probably even have the cards here, if you've seen that work, it'll help you make sense of what the Hathors have told us that we can do. But the reason I'm bringing it here tonight, again, the key word for me is empowerment. We have the capacity through our higher self point to bring in energies. Many of us meditate with the light. We can bring energies in through the higher self. Remember our perfected part of us? Into our heart space. Now the heart is where the soul interfaces with life. And we say, oh, don't take it to heart. Or they're heavy-hearted when things are challenging, right? The soul interfaces with life in our hermetic center. It's our largest chakra. When the soul connects to the higher self and lifts the vibration through gratitude and appreciation and asks for a particular vibration, then that comes into the heart, anchors there. Now those of you who have done any kind of energy healing, and many of you have practiced Reiki and that sort of thing, you know that the energy comes in and then out through the arms and the hands. The palms have chakras. They look to a clairvoyant often red because they have a lot of energy there. You bring the energy in and through. It goes into the water much like the vibration, exactly like the vibration that Mr. Emoto used. And the water, we know that water carries vibration beautifully, right? And so then we infuse the water with this intention and then drink it. And we're drinking this medicine of light. Now Yogananda said that light is going to be the medicine of the future. But again, I know many of you have done Reiki. Many of you have read Emoto's work. Many of you know these powers. Why can't you do it? Why not? This is what's really interesting to look at. We are the forerunners of a new race. If we learn to help ourselves in ways like this, which I think is very interesting, then it's going to become, it's the 100th monkey effect. It's going to become natural. People go, you get to share it with somebody else, and they share it with someone else, send them to the website. All right? Let's play with this. You could do it for anything. Now, pick something you need help with. Let's say, for instance, and it can be anything. In the very first transmission that they gave, it was to support, to heal the effects of radiation. But what if you're really fearful? What if you're really upset? What if you can't sleep? Then we're all going to do something on an individual basis to infuse our water, and then we'll drink it. All right? So the only other part about this is that some of you may not be familiar with, although I think most of you are, is that it is well known that if you, and I mentioned this earlier, if you want to raise your vibration instantly, go to appreciation and gratitude. Instantly. Opens the channels. It's a very high vibration. And it also says, I'm open. Thank you. I realize that I'm not the creator completely of my own life. I am a child of Source. I need help. Thank you for your help. Okay? So, shall we play with this just a little bit? And like I said, you don't need to, if you want to just go to tomkenyon.com, this is all there. I just thought it'd be fun to play with it together. So, if you were to do this and bring your hands up, this is about, right between your palms here, is about where your higher self point is. Again, in the mystery schools, or the alchemist schools, there's called the Ba. So here it is right there. All right, so you kind of anchor it in and you can bring it there. And if you want, you can hold your water or just bring it nearby. It depends on what's comfortable for you. And by the way, the other thing that you can do, if you want to, again, is if you want to write a word, if you've infused your water, you drank part of it, or you want to write the word down and you place the water on the word, the vibration of that word will go into the water. It's another way of doing this, but we're going to use a higher self point because I want you to get used to knowing how wonderful and powerful you are. Okay, so let's close our eyes. And raise your attention, raise your focus to the higher self point, 24 inches above your head, where we just raised our hands. Focus your attention at that higher self and hold the intent that the energy that descends from your higher self will be an energetic of healing and or protection of whatever it is that you're asking for. So take a moment and choose what it is you're asking for, and make sure you put it in the positive sense. You can say a healing for fatigue, a healing for loneliness. It can be an energetic. Even a healing for cancer. It works. Then send the feeling of appreciation and gratitude upward from your heart chakra to your higher self point above your head. And as you send your appreciation, you hold the intent, you're appreciating, you're being grateful that the energetic that's going to be imparted to you from your higher self will do the healing or the protecting that you ask it to. So you're already in advance thanking your higher self for sending you this energetic. Now shift your attention from your higher self, the Ba, to your heart chakra, right in the center of your chest. Then just hold to receive the energetic of healing from your higher self. Now you may feel, we're going to do this 2 more times because the Hathors have said to do this 3 times. It'll go faster the next 2 times. But see if you can feel the energetic moving into your heart center. See if you feel any kind of response. But even if you don't, just keep sending the intention joined with appreciation and gratitude to your higher self until you feel the descent of energy. And allow your heart center to feel and to receive this energetic. You may feel like a little tiny bit of an expanse or a shift, like a little tiny wind blowing through your heart chakra. Now let's place our hands around or over the container of water and send the energetic that you received from your higher self into the water. The energetic of the healing or protection that has entered your heart center will move down into your arms and into the water through the 2 chakras that are in the center of the palms of your hands. Now again, place your consciousness in your heart center. And from there, raise it up to your higher self point. Get the intent, give the intent for what you would like healing or protection. Send appreciation and gratitude for that already being done, that energetic coming in from source through your higher self. And allow it then, as you bring your attention back to your heart center, allow the appreciation and gratitude to lift your vibration so the energetic of this healing touches your heart. Allow it to touch your heart. And then give permission for it to move down through your arms and through your palm chakras again into the water, and be so grateful that the energetic is completely saturating this water. And we'll do it once again. Place your consciousness in your heart. Know that you are, that again, that's where the soul interfaces with life. It's a very powerful point for you to connect with your soul. Raise your consciousness, let it go up a beautiful golden tube into the higher self point 24 inches above your head. Give intent. What is the energetic that you would like for healing or protection? Give gratitude and appreciation for the great ones, descending this energetic to your higher self. And then place your consciousness in your heart and allow yourself to receive this energetic. You've become like a beautiful receptacle. And you allow this energy to just come down and flow into your heart. And down through your arms, through your palms, into the water. And whenever you feel ready, go ahead and drink your water. When the Hathors gave this to Tom, they said, they've never said this to him before, but they said, get it out right away. Send it out right away. Because it's real, and this was a year ago, because it was so important. At that time, they were wanting everyone to drink the energetic of water that can heal radioactivity. How was it? Did anybody feel? Did you happen to feel that as we did it, your heart center expand its capacity, even if it's just a subtle energy? Did you feel that?
Yes.
Did you? Did anyone not feel anything? Be honest. Nothing at all. No one. Anybody at home? Can you imagine, let's say your heart is broken. Something happened. And you're really heartbroken about it. You're just sad. And it could be something that happened in, just an earthquake happened somewhere and you're just sad. Do you realize the power of charging water with the energetic to heal the sadness? Now, when you're drinking it, you can also share it to say, may this be for everyone who's sad because of this situation. And drink it as if it's going into your cells, or sharing it with all the people and the situations and their cells. Do you see how your consciousness can expand? But again, I encourage you to do it. I'm showing this because I want you to see how your relationship with Source is that you are so connected, that you are loved so much. We can study all the scriptures and we can learn how to behave. But if we have a wall that there is some difference between us and Source, we're only going to get so far. And so I'm very appreciative that you come, that we can sit in these circles together and play with ways to have a visceral experience of what we can do together. So maybe we'll be getting together next month in May. If you come back, you have a homework, all right? Manifest something. You and the universe, manifest something. You're ready to get a new pet. Or you want to get a new pet? See, her mental body just communicated with mine. I did not have that thought, and I looked over there and I saw her and I went, and if you wanted to get a new pet. That's what we're talking about.
I'm also healing a broken heart, so you just keep doing it.
But we all do it with each other all the time. It's amazing. How many times have you said to somebody, oh, I was just thinking that, right? Yeah, because our mental bodies are communicating, so we'll do that awareness. So use this. Let us know next. Shoot me an email, Trisha, Trisha, @soulofyoga.com. Let me know when you manifest. It's going to be very cool. Yeah. So, any questions or thoughts? Yeah.
Can you charge this water for someone else to drink?
Ah. Yes, the answer to that, that is actually on Tom's website, so why don't you go there and read it, but the answer is yes, you can. But ideally, now let's say for instance you've got a small child and you want to play with this with them, walk them through it and then have them drink it. If they don't, you can do it for them. It's always better to teach a person to fish than to feed them. But yes, you can, and you could do it for animals too. And, you know, I'm looking at Greg. He asked me a very good question. We were talking about something, and I'd like to just maybe close with this. He's one of these people that, and there are many of us, this is why I talked about everything I talked about tonight, is that just strenuous week, right? Stressful week. So he found that his meditations were, is it okay to share this? Yeah, thank you. Where he was, actually his pulse was racing a little bit in meditation. So I was asking him to take some deep breaths while he was doing, make sure he was relaxed, especially he's down raying light, between the light. Also, this is why yoga is a part in it. You don't have to do yoga. But during these stressful times, get your body moving. The body cannot handle the stress. And if you're not sleeping, get your body moving. It's somehow, take your dog out for a walk, go take your kids out for a bike ride, come to yoga, whatever you need to do. Move the energy through your body or it's going to get stuck. And I've got a doctor sitting in front of me who probably could give us a really nice talk on what happens when energy gets stuck in the body, because she releases it for us. So move your body. Okay, these are not times to sit in front of the television. It's getting nice and light now, nice and late. There's no excuse not to get outside, breathe, and take a walk or a bike ride or whatever, okay? All right, let's close the way that we opened, and that is giving our attention to spirit. So just take a few breaths and relax, and again, get inside of your body. Get grounded. And the Holy Ones are inviting us to be very aware of our heart centers. To know that that is the place that the soul interfaces with the world. And so, when you come up to a situation that you don't know what to do, to go into that very strong center. And you can take, just like we did with the water, they're saying you can raise your consciousness to your higher self where you have connection, deep, deep connection to your spiritual teachers. Use it. Sit down whenever you need to, take a few breaths, lift your consciousness up, and talk it over. And know that you can receive, just like you receive the energetic and put it into the water, that we can receive the energetic of answers, solutions, solace, love. Let's get used to asking, going up into the inner, while still in the body. Using the great ones, the guidance of the great ones. They're there for each and every one of us. There's not one person in this room who isn't attended by great spiritual teachers and your guardian angel. So in an appreciation and gratitude, let's take a few moments in silence so that you can commune. There is a blessing taking place right now. All you have to do is inwardly say, yes, thank you. And let's take a deep breath in. Exhaling, bring your hands to heart. And Archangel Michael and your legion of protector angels surround each one of us in a golden bubble of protective light. We ask that 7 flows of this light surround us, keeping us perfectly protected. We ask that the light also go ahead of us to each of our cars, to our homes, to our loved ones. And we thank you. We thank the great ones who have been with us tonight and who are always with us. And may these blessings be. So be it. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.